It's Friday, June 25th, 2021, and you're watching the Paper Call Report, brought to you by OfferVault, the largest affiliate offer directory in the universe. First, we have our top categories. Home services has once again completely dominated the top categories list this week. This is the 11th consecutive week that this vertical remained at the top spot. Legal comes in at second, and insurance falls behind the top two leading categories. Personal insurance comes in fourth place, and personal insurance comes in the fifth spot. Now it's time for our top offers. It was a close race between first and second place on our top offers list this week, but addiction marketing specialists beat out NetFly for the number one spot. Aragon Advertising remains in the third position. Addiction Calls trails behind in the fourth spot, while Aragon Advertising takes fifth place. For direct links to the OfferVault campaigns, verticals, and more, be sure to check out the Ringba blog for full details. A link will be available in the comments below. Now it's time for our top networks. LeadSmart comes out in first place on the top networks list. Hyper-target marketing follows closely behind in second. Aragon Advertising holds the third spot. Market Call climbs to fourth, and eLocal takes the fifth position. This week, all 5 top pay-per-call networks are Ringba customers. We'd like to thank our friends over at OfferVault for providing us with up-to-the-minute market data and helping us analyze the latest changes in the pay-per-call industry. Now it's time for our pay-per-call trends. For more market insights, we turn to our industry expert, Matthew Zivkovic, founder and CEO of LeadSmart. Matthew, how can someone build SEO sites that generate calls?
Dozens of ways to generate phone calls for your pay-per-call offers or for your clients, but there's none better from an ROI perspective and longevity than SEO. So I happen to build over 5,000 sites in my career since 1999. And I've learned a lot about SEO. And the one thing I've learned is that it's not going anywhere. It's the opportunities within are only increasing as more and more people use the web. It's an incredible opportunity for you to get traffic, very relevant traffic that will convert for your clients and for your pay-per-call offers. So when you're building an SEO website, you've got to decide your strategy. Are you going to build what we call a hyper-local, city-specific website? So that's going to be like a website, maybe a dentist in Chicago or a plumber in Houston. So you got to decide, is that you're going to do just one city and one service at a time? Your other option would be to do a metro or what we call service area site. So that where instead of just doing one city and service, you're doing the entire metropolitan area, meaning you're building a city page for every city that lies within that metropolitan area, or maybe a particular service area for your client. Or are you going to do a nationwide kind of directory style site where there's a page made for every city in America? Now, no matter which one of you choose, there's softwares and programs that will help you achieve each one of these types of strategies. Most all of them I recommend are built on WordPress. I think WordPress is the best platform to build websites on. Most of these softwares all work within WordPress. Most web developers and website designers that you might hire all work within WordPress. And if you're looking to learn how to build websites yourself, WordPress is really the best place to learn it. So after you've picked your strategy, like exactly what your SEO site is going to go after, is it going after one city and service, or we're going to try to hit the whole country? You really got to pick your niche. So you got to figure, what am I building the sites for? If you're brand new, you might not have a clue of what you're building for. So you would look to see available offers like within networks. Real popular stuff, you always just stick to like what's on TV, like insurance. Every other commercial is for insurance. So it's a really popular one, and it's a great one to start. And also home services, painting, landscaping, plumbing. Those are super, super high in demand. And then you have all the medical fields. So you got to pick your niche. You have to have it monetized. You have to have that part figured out, either through a network or through a client. But once you pick your niche, you have to now build your website, right? So like I was saying, you can build it yourself or you can hire somebody. I've had a lot of success with Upwork, formerly Odesk, and then also Fiverr. So I just had a really nice dentist website made for a city in New Jersey. I spent $150 on it. And it's just such a sweet site that years ago, this site would have cost someone $2,500. And now on Fiverr, I get it for $150. So it's pretty awesome. So once you've decided your niche, and the style of site that you're going to build. Then just figure out, do you want to build it yourself? If you know how, fine, or just hire someone to build it. All right, so after your site's built, now you need to do what's called off-page optimization. So off-page optimization is mainly come in the form of what's called citations. And citations are like directory listings in Yelp, Yellow Pages, Facebook. And what this does is it shows Google, because it's mainly who we're reporting here, that you're a real entity. Even though you're building it as an affiliate and you might not feel like a real entity, you're not a brick and mortar business providing the actual service, you're just, kind of a middleman trying to get calls from Google. It doesn't matter. You're trying to show Google that this website is a real entity, and how you do that is by establishing these citations on Yelp, Yellow Pages, Facebook, etc. And they're all free to do. You also have services like Yext where you can pay like $200 and they'll do this automatically for you. So again, it depends where you're coming from. If you're bootstrapping this and you want to do all sweat equity, do it yourself. If you're someone with money, you're looking for an investment, pay for everything. So once it's all done, really the big thing with SEO is waiting. You have to wait. You'll have no discernible results for at least 3 months minimum. And the site might not take its peak till 3 years. But once you've established an SEO website that's getting searches from Google for its specific keywords that it's optimized for, it's incredible. I've had sites that are built in the mid 2000s that are still getting me an incredible amount of clicks and money, and it's all passive. So the big takeaway from this is SEO works. If you're going to test it out, don't test it out small. You test it out with something way bigger, because there's thousands of people like me, tens of thousands of people like me who have done SEO as an affiliate successfully. It works. It's just you have to work it. You have to do it. So if you do anything, if you try any of these methods, I would say start big, do something meaningful. So when those 3-6 months have elapsed, that you don't just have one small site that's doing well, you have a suite of sites that you did that are all performing.
Thanks, Matt. Now it's time for our pay-per-call opportunities. Broker Calls is a performance marketing network with over 20 years of experience in the pay-per-call and lead generation industries. They're currently looking for inbounds from publishers in pest control, auto insurance, final expense, and medical support. If you're interested, please reach out to your Ringba representative or send an email to sales@ringba.com for further details. Now it's time for our pay-per-call careers. Ringba is looking for more salespeople to join our amazing team. No industry experience or college degree is required, just a positive attitude, that desire to learn, and the willingness to put clients first at all times. Our salespeople can make unlimited commissions, travel the world, and you'll have the freedom to work from anywhere that you want. If you're interested, email sales@ringba.com to learn more. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Pay-Per-Call Report. Now be sure to tune in every Friday afternoon to stay on top of changes in the industry. If you're a Ringba customer and would like to be featured on the show, please contact your representative. Ringba is the call tracking platform trusted by industry-leading pay-per-call companies. Connect your online marketing to your offline sales and get the data you need to drive revenue with Ringba. To learn more about how Ringba is changing the future of pay-per-call, visit www.ringba.com.